Shall I start, sir? Okay, sir. So the silencers, we can say three types are there. One is the reactive silencers, sorry, reactive silencers, reactive silencers where it reduces the noise level by reflecting sound waves back to their source. One is. Second one is absorptive. They are absorbing the sound waves and converting them into heat. Only the organization has to look after the heat will be reduced. How best we can use the cooling technology for the employees. The applications are already told: the industrial fans, compressors, and gas turbines. Here the another the before going to the third one, the what they are made of. They are made of. These are the materials where they are used here is. Absorptive silencers are used in industrial fans, compressors, gas turbine inlets, and the gas turbine exhaust system, where the more frequency is there. They are good for absorptive silencers are particularly effective at reducing high frequency noises. For example, 500 to 8,000 cycles of or hertz of the frequency of the noise is there. Definitely, the absorptive technique is very useful for application of the respective areas. The only we have to see that how much frequency of the noise will be there, but whether the long time is there, prolonged time is there, we have to see the how much frequency also. 500 means a very high sound is more than 75 decibels. How they are designed, the thickness of the absorptive lining is designed to meet the specific project requirements. The thickness of the absorbing line is also designed in such a way your the noise will be absorbing by that thickness of the layer. Therefore, it will convert it into heat. Absorptive cylinders are designed to impose a minimum airflow restrictions is there. It's very important where the airflow is more. Where the airflow is more means the heat is dissipated to areas, prolonged areas is there. That's why the airflow system where the minimal is there, you have to adopt this absorber because they're absorbing sound waves, but they are emitting the heat. If you have what is called the more airflow is there, the heat is spread out uh, throughout the areas, throughout the workplace area where the airflow is more. Therefore, where the airflow is also less, the frequency is more means we have to go for absorptive techniques. Reactive and absorptive is not possible or they are useful, okay. But they are not suitable for your workplace equipment. These are the absorptive, absorptive silencers, like once we have absorptive silencers. Suppose the reactive silencers or the absorptive silencers are not working for your workplace safety, then you go for hybrid silencers. Your hybrid silencers are both functions that can be taken care of. One is the sound absorbing and receiving and reacting. And then second one is absorbing all the noise and emitting heat. Both functions at a time, they will do the function. For example, an industrial hybrid silencer is a type of noise reduction device used in industrial settings that combines both absorptive and reactive designs elements to achieve broad spectrum of noise attenuation. Where the frequency is more, we have to see. Essentially, utilizing the benefits of both sound absorption materials and the sound waves cancellation also in a within single unit. That means absorption means already told the absorption means once is absorbing uh, heat and releasing, absorbing and back to the source is coming reactive. Absorption is absorbing all the noises, waves, and the releasing heat. Here is back to the receivers. Another is receiving, getting, converting it. The both are to be taken care here in hybrid engines. Heat can also be taken care of, but also the reactor is also taken care of. Often used where this type of hybrid silencers can be used, sometimes used in the applications like engine exhausts, compressors, industrial machines where the high level noise reduction is required, where the suppose noise levels is more with the respect to the frequency 500 to 800,000 frequency is there, high noise levels is there. At that stage, we have to reduce the noise, uh, compulsory, because the human habitation is there nearby, or the nearby so many departments are there. It cannot be accommodated that noise frequency. Therefore, we have to go for hybrid silencers. For example, often used in applications like engine exhaust, compressors, and industrial machinery, where a high level noise reduction is required. Suppose some noise will be definitely emitted by the equipment. That emitted, that emission of the is also not advisable in that area. For example, you have to see that reduction is more required during that workplace safety. You have to go for hybrid silencer where the two functions will be taken care. One is reactive, another is absorptive. That means only in the two cases. In the one case is absorption and back to the source. Second case is absorption sound waves and releasing heat. In both the case, the heat will be taken care by the organization. Silencers, you know that achieve maximum noise reduction performance with our absorbers, reactive and hybrid attenuators. Industrial silencers and silencers are used to control and prevent unwanted adverse noise impact caused by wide variety of industrial process. These are the silencers. Depending upon the cost impact, depending upon the organizational can afford, go for the reactive or absorptive or the hybrid silencers where your requirement is fulfilled as per their individual functions or individual principles of the silencers. Key points about the industrial hybrid sensor silencers are combined design with a reactive and absorbent role. Both silencer functions are to be designed in this absorb. They incorporate the sound absorbing materials like a fiberglass within chambers with a specific acoustic design and to both absorb and reflect sound waves, optimizing the reduction. Any doubts, sir, Vijay garu? Thank you. Coming to the incorporate sound absorbing materials, I get told both absorb as well as the reflection sounds also can be taken care of optimizing the noise reduction. The combined design is there in the hybrid design cell. Not only it reflects back and absorb reflection sound waves also, emitting heat and noise reduction will be taken care of. That means where the reduction of the noise required is compulsory, minimum requirement is there, definitely we have to go for the hybrid silencers. Wide frequency range is there because in the some depends upon the workplace activity where the frequency range is more. One year is 500 frequency, another is 600, another 8,000. Like this, in this frequency range is there 500 to 88,000 frequency range is there. Noise levels is very high. At that frequency range is more to go for reactive and absorbed combined design is there in the hybrid silencer. By combining absorption, reaction, absorption and reaction, hybrid silencer can effectively reduce the noise across the broader frequency spectrum compared to a single type silencer. If you install hybrid silencers, definitely it will works like a, for example, if you install the reactive absorber, reactive silencer, only single type silencer, or absorber, single type silencer. But if you install hybrid silencers, it becomes a both absorption and the reaction and the noise reduction also will be taken simultaneously. Therefore, it is advantage not only taken care of the noise reduction, but also emitting heat is also definitely, once the absorption is there, emitting heat is also less as compared to the reactive and absorptive silencers. Applicability is versatility is more. Wherever you want, you can apply the more chance are there in the what we call this hybrid silencers. You can say these are the hybrid silencers. One, these are the designs are there. One is absorber, reactive is also taken care of. These are the one structure is there. You know that the guns in the uh, pistols, we have a silencer like a tube where we can take care of the noise level almost zero. No sound will also will be exposed to the employee or surroundings. The eco-friendly solutions are these are the silencers where in order to avoid health and safely the environmental issues like designs fabricated like these industrial silencers, blow-off silencers, industrial mufflers, and exhaust silencers and the pipeline compressors also will be taken care of all these things. Therefore, three things are there. One is reactive, another is absorptive, another is hybrid silencers can be used depending upon your requirement. Okay. Coming to this key considerations when design noise control systems is there. What are the key considerations to be taken care by the engineers or the organization or the designing manufacturing of the silencers? These things to be taken care of while selecting the absorptive silencer or the reactive silencers or the hybrid silencers. Frequency range of noise we have to see, application of environment and performance evaluation also. Simply, we cannot incur the cost as usage as per the organization's top management. They have to see the frequency ranges. Here the frequency ranges are already told is 50, 500 Hz to the 8000. What the frequency range is there? Whether you go for silencers for the reactive or absorptive or hybrid silencers. We have to see the frequency range in the workplace also we have to see. Identify the dominant frequencies of the noise source to select the appropriate noise control methods. So what the frequency range means? In one department, compressor house is this much, and turbine house is this much, and the reactor design, the house is this much, dice house is like this, workshop what is called like this. These are the frequency ranges we have to calculate and see that which place we have to absorb to silence is necessary, in which place the reactive absorbs are required, in which place the hybrid silencers are required. We have to see and measure the frequency range and then decide for the which silencer is suitable for your workplace out of three. Application environment is also important. We have to see that already told that the diesel engine service, turbine gases, and all these gas turbines and all. We have to see the application environment also. Whether after the installation we can run throughout the continuous 8 hours or 24 hours or not. You have to see the application environment also. That means workplace is also see that it is accommodate that equipment or not, accommodated by the equipment, accommodated by the place, accommodated by the employees. Like this, we have to see the application environment, considering the space constraints, aesthetics, and operational requirements when choosing a materials and design. So go for what is called any silencer or design. You have to see that which is the best for the workplace. You have to accordingly we have to take the decision. Go for. How do you measure the performance evolution? Measuring noise reduction achieved by the implemented noise control system measure. For example, if you have already told the dosimeter is there in the continuous the 24 hours, how much what is called noise levels are there. By taking this history, we can whether the absorptive silencers or reactive silencer works or not by measuring the noise levels by the dosimeter continuously in the workplace. Therefore, the application, the performance evaluation also can be measured by the dosimeter
to whether the required noise level reduction or not will be taken care by measuring the dosimeter also. These are the things to be taken care while designing or decision taken care to apply or install in the workplace. The organization has to key points to be remember all these things. And what are the practical aspects of the control of noise series? The practical aspects of contribution, there are some practical difficulties are there where the organization cannot provide the silencers like either absorptive or the reactive or the hybrid silencers. We have to go for different engineering methods. Practical noise control involves implementing measures to reduce the unwanted sound levels by either isolating the noise source or absorbing sound with materials or using barriers to block the sound transmission, including actions like choosing their quieter machinery. That means where the machinery to select, you have to see that less vibration, less sound, noise will be taken care of. And another thing, maintaining equipment, because the maintenance of the equipment is also taken care of. The shelf life period is also will be increased of the spares as well as this equipment life is also taken care of. If you take the maintenance of equipment scheduled, using soundproofing materials in buildings, planting trees, wearing personal protective equipment like earplugs. Here, not mentioned earplugs also you to take when necessary. Essentially, focusing on managing noise at the source along the transmission path and the at the receiver level. It's a very important point here is the source and the receiver. We have to see that how much whether as I told by either isolating the noise source. You have to see that the source is identified. That at that place itself is any chance of isolating the or by absorbing sound with materials by putting the walls uh, on the absorbed materials or using barriers a block of sound emissions transmissions is there where the silencers cannot be provided. These are the practical aspects to control the noise levels normally in the organizations. Key aspects of noise control system. It's very important. What are the key aspects of practical noise is one is source control, second one is path control, third one is receiver control. It's very important. One is source means where it is generated. Second one is where it is goes from source to the receiver. That is path control. And third one is receiver control. All these three aspects, practical noise controls, you have to come across in the organizations. Which is simply we cannot what is called install the silencers and all, but we have to see that how best we can do the with the materials like in the walls we have to provide some absorption materials or emitting materials like this. We have to see that minimal engineering controls to see that noise controls can be taken care of. Opt for machinery with lower noise levels when purchasing a new equipment. First of all, source control. Before selecting the machinery, which machine is giving the which equipment is less noise, we have to select the quieter equipment. Quieter means sense of less vibration. Next noise level will be given. The selection of the equipment is one point. That is source control can be taken care of. Third one is maintenance and lubrication. Second one is maintenance of lubrication means regularly maintain the high technical equipment is there or the critical equipment is there. Regularly maintain, lubricate machinery to minimize the noise from the worn parts. Standby is there, definitely maintenance will be taken care of. Even the standby is not there, we have to wait for the breakdown. We have to wait for the other system, other plant shutdown, and we have to see that regular maintenance should be accommodated by the organization. All the time, organization looking up the productivity, but sometimes where the critical equipment is there, where the employee disturbance is there due to the noise levels, and definitely the maintenance and lubrication will help the not only the employee strength and employee health, but also minimize the noise from the worn parts also. where the shelf life of the or equipment life will be definitely more when you maintain and lubrication regularly. Vibration damping. Use vibration dampers to reduce the vibration to generate noise. There is a shock absorbers are there, where the shock absorbers of the motor, shock absorbers of the equipment will be there with the rubber material. Use that vibration dampers. Definitely the vibration to generate noise will be reduced by damping the arrangements in the damping in the sense you arrange some engineering control the equipment itself. Therefore, the noise will be less coming out from the equipment. Enclosure design also. Enclosed noise emission process control content, where the turbine house having a very sound is there, outside the turbine no sound is there, because inside the turbine you have a some enclosure design is there, where the absorption techniques or the reactor techniques you have to see that in the construction of the sounds itself, the walls itself, the absorption materials will be taken care of while constructing area also. Okay, source will be controlled. Okay, agreed. If not controlled at the source up to the requirement, then what is the path control? That source to and receiver part. In between there, it is a path control. Sound insulation, sound absorption, barriers and shields, and the green mufflers also will be taken care of. The path control, because here the source is there, here the what is called receiver is there. Employee, we can say. Employees, we can say. From the all the way reaching to the sound from source to receiver, the path control also to be taken care in the sound vibration. All the path will be taken care by some materials. Therefore, like sound insulation, sound absorption, barriers, shields, and like this motors and all. Therefore, at the receiver end, reaching the noise levels are less. Therefore, the path control along with the source control, the where the source control is not properly managed, therefore the path control also will be taken care of. The sound insulation from source to receiver, you have to see that path to be controlled. Utilize utilize the surrounding, utilize the sound insulation and the sound absorption. Utilize the sounding proofing materials like acoustic panels, double glazed windows, the and sound resistance seals on doors and windows to block sound transmission through walls also will be taken care of. And sound absorption is also taken care of. They use absorption materials like acoustic tiles, carpets, curtains, and specially designed ceiling panels to absorb sound within a room. So from the source to receiver, these are the path controls, barriers to shield. Barriers are the shields. That means some sheet will be taken care of. Therefore, sound from the source to not to reach to the receiver end. The path controls also to be taken care of. The green mufflers, we can say plant trees and shrubs along the noisy areas to act as a natural sound barriers also. Because sorry, plant trees also is very important. Working as a green before reaching to the receiver, the sound will be taken care by the plants also. That is environment friendly also will be taken. Receiver control. To the time reach from source to path control, via path control to receiver. Receiver controls will be taken care. Earmuffs, that's personal protective equipment, room layout design, and noise masking also very important receiver control. These three are very important aspects of the source control, path control, and the receiver control. Receiver control means where the employee, where the PPE and the room layout design is also very important. Room layout design is also because the room layout is also important to absorb the noise level to taken care of to reaching before reaching the employees. The practical applications in different settings here is industrial settings, construction sites, transportation, residential buildings. We have to see that practical application different settings here is. Industrial settings is different. Construction sites is different. The transportation is different, and the residential buildings also different. These areas are different techniques are to be used depending upon the requirement, depending upon the noise level generated. If you take the industrial setting, implementing the quieter machinery, isolating noisy processes, using the sound enclosures, providing workers with the hearing protection. And all. These are the industrial setups. In the construction site, using the noise dampening materials on construction equipment, building sound barriers around work areas, and enforcing noise regulations during the specific hours. These are the construction signs we have to see apply the various settings to reduce the noise levels and also not to reach to the workman safety also, workman the source also. Transportation, designing quieter vehicle engines, noise using noise absorbing materials in vehicle interiors, and implementing traffic management and strategies to reduce the noise from roadways also. Where the transportation techniques, you have to use that these techniques in the transportation sector. Whereas the residential buildings, the soundproofing walls while construction taken care of, while the construction itself will be taken care of, and the ceilings with the insulation, installing double gauge windows, ceiling gaps around the doors, windows, and using the carpets and curtains and the absorb sound. Important considerations will be no noise level assessment, regulations and standards, and the cost benefit analysis also we have to see. Noise level assessment, definitely we will have an assessment like a sound level meter is there, dosimeter is there, how far the noise levels are exposed by the employees by the dosimeter will be known. Regulation standards also as well as ISO standards will be taken care of, and cost benefit also will be taken care of before installing the any noise control mechanism. Again, the potential benefits of health and well-being also will be taken care of. So before going to the anything, either to reduce the noise levels or the installing the some engineering methods or the silencers, are you have to see the cost benefit analysis also will be taken care of, provided these regular standards and standards will be keep in mind. The last but not least, the key points about the vibration effects. Number two is measurement of vibration. These two are very important. Effects means mechanical damage, reduced performance, noise generation, human health incident. Where the vibration will be there, definitely mechanical damage of the equipment will be there, reduce the performance of the employee because of the more vibration from the equipment is there. Noise generation is also more, and the productivity is also less. Thereby, human health concerns is also will be taken care. These are the some effects due to the vibration or due to the sound or due to the noise levels. The betterment of vibrations also will be taken care of. Parameters, sensors, analysis. These three are, we have to see that not only we allow the effects where we cannot avoid all these things, simply in the organization we have to bear with that. Therefore, go for measurement of vibration. Parameters, sensors, analysis. It will be helpful to reduce the vibration, which what best technology will be employing through that parameter study, and the sensors are go for or the analysis will be taken care of. Vibration control methods also will be taken care of. One is passive damping, second is active damping. Here is the vibration damping is the process of reducing the equipment of energy produced by the vibrating system. It's used in many industries, including aerospace, automotive, and the electronics also. Passive damping, damping materials, tuned mass dampers, and the isolation mounts also will be taken. Applying viscoelastic materials, we'll be discussing in the next slide is there. Viscoelastic materials, what are they? To vibrating surfaces, absorb energy and direction of vibrating amplitude also. Passive, that means we are where the noise damping is there, we can only reduce the impact by providing the materials like viscoelastic materials. The next one is tuned mass dampers, where the dampers will be adjusted. The sound will be going to that area. It is not coming to the employees where it is sitting. Or isolation mounts also. Use your flexible mounts to decouple vibrating system from its supporting structure. Also, these are the passive some noise levels up to some extent. To passive means to reduce or to uh, reduce the what is called the dominant of the noise levels. Only passivation is there. Only we have to divert or see the passivation. Active dampening, feedback control systems, and piezoelectric actuators are very important. Active damping means employing a sensors. Here is only your material will be help in the taken care of. Here, engineering controls, employing sensors to monitor vibration levels and they actively adjust actuators or the counteract vibration, that is feedback control system. Piezoelectric actuators using piezoelectric materials to generate forces in the response to electric signals, allowing to precise the what we call the vibration control. These are the engineering controls where the damping will be reduced, the disturbance will be reduced, thereby providing these techniques. Important consideration at the end when addressing the vibration issues, identify the source already we discussed, frequency analysis, and design consideration also.
అవే చిన్నగా మాట్లాడే
Second one is to go for what is called identifying the sources areas. You can go for proper diagnosis of root causes of vibration crucial methods. That means we have to provide the identify the source where it is coming, and frequency analysis also you have to take care of because dosimeter, the noise level meter will be help us to analyze
హాయ్
the
గారికి
signal. Design consideration
బాగున్నావా?
also will be taken care of. Please, sir, please.
ఏం
Viscoelastic materials,
ఏం
they
బుడ్డక్క
all
ఏం చేస్తున్నావు? చెల్లి
here
కాలర్స్
the
పంపించావా
viscoelastic materials.
చెల్లిని?
Please keep maintain silence, please.
బుడ్డ పిల్ల
Mute yourself, sir. Please mute.
ఇదో అక్కతో అక్కతో అక్కతో
Sir,
మాట్లాడమ్మా.
sir, please, sir, mute, sir.
చారి అక్కతో
Vis
మాట్లాడు.
Viscoelastic materials are materials that can behave
మిగిలిన
like both solids and liquids.
అక్కతో
They
మాట్లాడు.
can flow and deform, but also have some resistance to deformation and can return to their original shape. Example of viscoelastic materials, toothpaste, cartridges, tendons. Some of the materials where the some epoxy materials, sodium hypochlorite, as well as hyaluronate, and the chondrin sulfate. These are the some material which were not known. The some of the materials also which during the construction it will be taken care in the install in the walls itself. Viscoelastic materials have many uses including isolating vibration, dampening noise, absorbing shock, protective helmets, structural dampers, and the sports equipment also will be taken care of. See, for example, examples of viscoelastic materials like will be taken care of the ankle shoes, ankle socks, like this, where the fluids are there, where the spinal cord will be not be taken care of. Some belts will be taken care of. These are the viscoelastic materials where it will help isolating vibration, dampening noise, absorbing shocks, and protective elements, structural dampers, and these are the helpful for example, mechanical. You see this, the mechanical, pharmaceutical, textiles, medicals. These are the to stick on the what is called viscoelastic materials, where the leg fracture is there, or the leg will be removed by the some of the employees, where this material also uses the artificial leg. At that, these are the called viscoelastic materials. Will be viscoelastic. These are the one of the viscoelastic